The date, July 18, 1830. The time, 11:30 in the evening. The place, the Mother House of the Daughters of Charity in number 140 Rue de Bac, Paris, France. Sister Catherine Labouré, a young seminary sister, was in bed. Then, Sister Catherine heard a child's voice. Sister, sister, sister. Turning to where the voice came from, Catherine saw a child about 4 to 5 years old, asking her to come, follow him to the chapel, leading her the way.
Arriving at the altar, Catherine found the place cold and eerie. But then, there was the rustling sound of a silk dress, and there she was in all her splendor. Then a voice spoke. Here is the Blessed Virgin. Catherine quickly knelt before Mary on the steps of the altar and placed her hands on Mary's knees. Mary told her how to comport herself during the difficulties that would come. She pointed to the foot of the altar with her left hand and said it was there she was to open her heart. There, she would receive all the consolation she would need. Catherine didn't know how long they spoke, but she remembered Mary telling her, "My child, you will encounter many difficulties and suffer, but you must overcome them for God's greater glory. You will be given all the graces that you need. Do not fear. The entire world will be saddened, but come to the foot of this altar. There, abundant graces will be spread over all those who ask for them with confidence and fervor. They will be given to the great and the small." Catherine, awed by her meeting with the Blessed Mother, spoke with her confessor, Father Jean-Marie Aladel, giving him Mary's message and to set up an organization, the Association of the Children of Mary. The first Sunday of Advent, year 1830, fell on the eve of November 27, a Saturday. At 5:30 that evening, after meditation and during the grand silence, there came the rustling of silk. Catherine turned to the sound, and there stood the Blessed Mother, dressed in a white robe of silk, a long white veil covering her hair. Her feet were standing on the upper half of a globe. Her hands, raised at the level of her breast, held a smaller globe. She was radiant and indescribably beautiful, her eyes lifted towards the heavens. Then suddenly, jeweled rings came alive at her fingers, from which streamed forth luminous rays. While contemplating such a wondrous vision, Mary lowered her eyes and looked at Catherine, and an interior voice spoke to her. This globe represents the whole world and each person in particular. Drawn to the blinding rays, Mary continued, "This is a symbol of the graces which I shed on those who ask me." Catherine knelt, transfixed at what she was seeing. She did not know where she was or was not, and situated thus at rapt attention, another vision began to unfold. An oval formed around Mary, and on it, in letters of gold, were written, O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee. Then Catherine heard a voice, Have a medal struck after this model. Those who wear it around their necks will receive great graces. Abundant graces will be given to those who ask with confidence and fervor. Moments later, the tableau turned around to reveal the reverse side. Catherine saw a big letter M surmounted by a small cross. Below this were two hearts, the Sacred Heart of Jesus crowned with thorns, and the Immaculate Heart of Mary pierced by a lance. Around these were 12 stars. Catherine heard a voice say, The M and the two hearts say enough. Our Lady's miracle was unfolding. The medal had been struck, and in May 1832, the first medals were distributed. Soon, there was much talk of many cures and conversions. The Archbishop of Paris, Monsignor de Calin, exhorted the faithful to wear the medal, which the people of deep faith and devotion began calling the Miraculous Medal, the medal we now love and honor. It became the sign for a renewal of devotion to Our Lady and an evangelical revival. Saint Catherine Labouré was a member of the Daughters of Charity founded by Saint Vincent de Paul and Saint Louis de Marillac in France. The Vincentian fathers and brothers of the Congregation of the Mission, fired with apostolic zeal, transplanted the seeds of devotion to the Miraculous Medal wherever they established missions.
In the Philippines, the first batch of Vincentian missionaries and Daughters of Charity arrived in 1862. With the Cross of Christ and the Medal of Mary, young Vincentians from Spain crossed frontiers and along with the Daughters of Charity, planted in 1862 what was to become the seedbed for the propagation of the devotion to Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal from Father Jesus Maria Cavana through Father Luis Angulo to Father Teodoro Barquin, all of the congregation of the mission, an army of firm and loyal devotees of Mary who were mobilized to render her the ultimate honor of building her shrine. From March 1962 to that Wednesday afternoon of November 17, 1978, Father Barquin dreamed, lived, and breathed for the establishment of his beloved shrine to Mary. In 1978, at a chance meeting with Doña Estela Posadas, whose family owned the Posadas subdivision in Sucat, Muntinlupa City, Mrs. Posadas offered 5,000 square meters to Father Barquin and invited him to visit the site. Father Barquin took the offer. Later, he was to discover that the young Estela was a child of Mary and a most avid promoter. 2 days later, standing on high ground, facing the storied Laguna de Bay, his back to the superhighway, a gentle breeze flowing against his face, Father Barquin saw in his mind's eye a shrine rising against the golden rays of the sunset, images dancing and rising and swirling around a dome, its cross towering 70 meters into the night sky. The construction, completion, and blessing of the shrine was truly Mary's handiwork. By July 1980, it was completed. Its inauguration and blessing was set on September 7, the eve of Mary's Nativity. Also, 1980 had been declared a Marian year, it being the 150th anniversary of the Miraculous Medal, the medal for which the shrine was built and consecrated to propagate. From far and wide came Mary's devotees to do her honor. They came on their own, not only to bear witness, but to participate and to be the first participants of God's munificence.